Hey guys, welcome back to Vault Visions. Today we have a very special car over here. This is a Corolla Bubble, also known as the AE92. This is basically a special conversion with one of the most famous JDM motors, 4Age 20V, open throttles, beautiful engine bay. This is the owner, his name's Mario. Mario, welcome to the channel.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, all good, man. So you guys will be blessed with some good cinematics in a bit, but I think for now, you know, this is a very popular car. I'm sure you get a lot of stops on the road.
Yeah, every now
and
then.
A lot of eyes on the car. So
yeah.
I think one of the questions I'd like to ask is, what's your inspiration in getting a AE92, firstly? And then secondly, 20V, like just chat us through the engine, what you've done, how you found the engine, what you like about the car as well. Yeah.
So this is actually now, I think my fourth AE92. So I first had a 2E, you know, sort of humble,
Yeah.
a green 2E, and I think that's all where it started because I really enjoyed that car. It was very reliable. Then after that, I sold that 2E, and then I bought myself a white Conquest, a 180 RSI Conquest, and I really enjoyed the comfortability of the car. I enjoyed the look of it, you know. Then after that, I sold that car and I bought myself a twin cam GLI, so
Yeah.
before this one,
Yes,
a
yes.
gunmetal one with the beams in it, and
Yeah.
then also a lot of fun. And then I sold that one, and then I bought this car. So this is a 1995 Toyota Corolla GSX.
Yeah.
So that's the full house version,
Yes.
like with the power steering and the electric windows and
Yes,
so on
yes.
and so forth.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
So when I bought this car, it already had a 20V in, a
Yeah.
blacktop 20V with a 6-speed. But this particular motor I had built actually previously. So when I had the white Conquest,
Yes, yes.
I actually built this motor for that car.
Okay,
But I never
yeah.
got around to putting it in, and then
Yeah.
I sold it. So this motor was in my garage, and then at some point I took that setup out and I put this in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool. So, I mean, it's a very long journey with the A92s.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 cars, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
2E. It was, what's the dual beams or single beams?
So it was a 2E first.
Yeah.
Then it was the 7AF in the
Yes,
180
correct.
RSI Conquest. And
Correct.
then a single beams.
Yeah.
And now a 20V.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, out of the 4 engines, a lot of guys that is watching, I know you guys know about 2Es, the AFE motors, the beams, very notorious, and even now 20Vs. How would you say the 20V compares to every one of those other engines?
So I'm not going to still speak about the 2E because I think that's a great motor.
Yes,
But
yes.
I don't think that can compete in this conversation.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave that one
Yeah,
out.
exclude 2Es.
I'll exclude the 2Es.
No offense to the 2E guys.
Yeah,
I had one as well. We're just speaking facts
No,
here.
no offense. I mean, you can make them nippy, but I mean,
Yes.
I think in the twin cam world, I think let's leave that one aside
Yes.
for now.
Okay, cool.
The 7A FE, lot of torque, great daily driver, was a good mid-range power. So and that one was still stock, you know, Cape Town stock. So I wouldn't say it was like very quick, but I had a lot of fun with it. Very reliable motor, good on fuel, and like good torque. Like you could get through most traffic and things like that quite well. And obviously coupled with the 7A FE box, so
Yes.
it worked quite well.
Yes.
The beams, obviously, that's another story. That's a heavy motor, but a lot of torque, so
Yes.
that thing just flies. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
my favorite thing about that, I think, was highway driving. Like,
Okay, yeah.
you can shoot down the highway.
Nice, nice.
And when the VVT comes, it hits.
That heats in, eh?
In
yeah.
5th gear, you just glide up the mountain.
Yeah.
So I must say the power on that thing is great.
Yeah.
A bit heavy on fuel, I won't
Yeah.
lie,
Yeah.
but great motor. And then I think the 20V, of course, the throttles.
Throttles, eh?
Like,
yeah.
I think everybody who has a 20V or has done a throttle conversion, like
Yes.
on an AFE, which
Yes.
has become quite popular,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
on a twin cam,
Yeah.
can say like throttles makes the car
Yes.
so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like it's about the sound, man. Like
Yes.
the experience.
100%.
Not so much about the speed.
Yes,
Not,
exactly.
not that they're slow, but it's more about
Yeah.
the experience.
Yeah,
I think.
no, exactly.
So I
I
think
mean,
that, yeah.
even like myself, I have a 4AG as well. Throttles, guys, it's really something on these motors, on that low end,
Yeah.
going through and VVT kicks in as well.
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
something else. Yeah, so I mean, it's actually a very proper journey through all those engines. And I mean, 20V on fuel, how's the car been for you so far compared to like the beams as an example?
So this current setup now, I added to you in the beginning of the year in Jan by
Yes.
Mace. You'll see the sticker on the side.
Cool, shout out to Mace.
Shout out to Dwayne. He's a good guy. The fueling, I mean, you probably heard this so many times by like everybody. Like it depends how you drive. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna cruise the car, the fuel's gonna be decent, but
Yeah.
With the 20V, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like your instincts automatically to open it up. So yeah, she does chow, like depending on how I drive.
Yeah.
I will say like the way it's tuned now is quite moderate, like mild. Maybe it's a better word. So it's decent.
Nice, nice.
Decent,
No, for sure. And I mean, you spoke through tuning at Mace Performance and all that. You spoke around the gearbox that was a 6-speed as well.
Yeah, this
is it now a 5-speed?
Yeah, this is currently. So I'm sure most guys will know, like the 6-speed box is like a very great gear ratio. Like it complements the motor well.
Yeah.
But the internal's not so great. So
the crown and pinion.
Yeah, one
fails.
evening I was having some fun and I just heard a noise. And then that noise persisted. I checked, oh no, maybe it's like a bearing or something. So I put the car in gear, but like it's circled, man. But eventually I got it in and I hear clack, 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 clack. And then I realized I messed the gearbox up.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I took that box to getting gear.
Yeah, Rafik, shout out.
And then he gave me, he opened the box up for me.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a good deal on this. So this is a 130 5-speed.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. And then in terms of that 6th gear, do you sometimes feel that you miss that 6th gear?
Of course. 100%.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a 6-speed. The ratios are perfect. Like it honestly complements the motor like so well.
Definitely.
So,
and I mean, I've seen a couple of 4AGs, not just in Cape Town, but also in Durban. And in Joburg as well, they're running the Ranix RSI 6-speed box.
Yes.
Is that maybe on the cards at any stage with your car?
I think maybe next year if I want to put more money into the car, then I'll probably upgrade the box because I think that'll help a lot.
Yes, sure.
Makes a big difference to have a good box. Like you can see with the AFEs, like the ratios makes a very big difference.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. And then just around like the actual motor itself, I mean, we covered your gearbox. Very interesting story to the people that don't know much about 6-speed and 5-speed. If you want to know more information, reach out, drop in the comments below what your needs are. We can definitely assist you where we can. It's part of the automotive world. We know we all car enthusiasts. We want you to enjoy your car as Mario and myself enjoy ours. But yeah, just part of the motor. Obviously, there's this thing called Cape Town stock. So a lot of people might ask, okay, cool, you're running open trumpets, you have management. Is there maybe any work on the motor itself that you have?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, the car is powered by a a standard dictator management system.
Yes.
So that was actually the first thing I did when I bought the car was the wiring wasn't done so nicely, man. So I had a guy from Edge Meet, his name is Berto. I'm sure most people know him.
Berto, he's a mechanic. I know Berto,
he's a pretty cool guy.
Shout out to Berto.
he's also Portuguese, you know, so we keep it close in the community. So I took the car to him, and him and his partner at the time, they rewired the car. So completely new loom and mag adapter, and they tucked it quite nicely. So that was the first thing I did. And then eventually the original motor bombed. So I parted ways and I put this motor in, like I told you, I had it sit in my garage.
Yes, correct.
So this motor, at the time I had built by Mike Dixon. I'm sure most guys will also know him, like in the racing scene in Cape Town.
Correct.
So what this has is, it's a 20V sub. It's been poured out to 40 thou. And then I had the pistons, the rods, the crank, all balanced. Then the flywheel, it's actually a twin cam 16 valve flywheel that was lightened.
I see.
So it
revs up quicker, eh?
It revs up very quick, It's also lightened on a black top flywheel.
Oh, hectic, eh?
So that also helps a bit, like to rev it. Then the head, I must say, is quite an interesting story. So initially I had a silver top head on here, on a black top sub, ported by Mike Dixon with cams, and the compression was quite high. So it made good figures at the time. I had it tuned by RBT, by Dean.
Dean Performance.
Dean Performance, and it made 140 kilowatts.
Nice. That's very good power.
It's not bad.
Jeez.
Then I went back at a later stage and I put an ethanol mix because of the compression. He said, come back. And then we tuned it again on a E30 mix, so 30% ethanol. And then the car made 145 kilowatts there.
Nice.
But then I had a bit of issues after that, so then I took the silver top setup out and I put this black top head. So this is just a stock black top head. And then I put my cut cam in there. And then I had it retuned by Mace.
Correct.
In Epping. That was the beginning of this year.
Nice.
So currently, I told him like I want more of like a daily, like just a more mild tune that'll like give me longevity, man.
Nice.
So currently, it's not making a lot of power. But it's running well and hasn't given me issues since.
No, for sure. I mean, as long as you have your throttles, that sound is there,
100%.
reliability is there,
100%.
the 4AG engine is there as well. So I
100%.
think that will be like one of the most important things. I mean, for you, it's like your daily car as well.
Yeah. Well, actually not.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean,
Yeah?
drive a Chevy Spark on the daily, you know.
Okay.
Petrol pricing in South Africa is quite high at the moment.
It's quite high, yeah. Correct.
So, oh yeah, and also got a branch. This
Yes.
is a Wildcat 4-2-2-1 branch.
Nice, yeah.
And then 63mm exhaust from Noise Boys,
From
which
Noise
I
Boys.
did
Cool.
last year.
Nice. And then your box system, do you have oval box or round box?
Both boxes is round.
It's round. And
Yeah.
it's 63 all the way through,
Right
from downpipe all the way
So
through.
it's a 4-2-2-1 branch into
Yeah.
a downpipe. The downpipe is 50mm.
Yeah.
It ends just below the throttles.
Yeah.
And then right through is 63mm.
Okay, nice.
One
Amazing.
size.
Cool, cool. Thanks. And then just maybe a couple of cosmetic pieces. You guys will see in the next couple of clips, Mario has some LEDs inside the car. Speak through the inspiration in getting some LEDs.
Yeah, so first of all, got the DRL strip in the light itself, which
Yeah.
I did. So I just opened the light up, and then I put this like the strip in. You glue it
Yeah.
in, close the light, and then you just wire it up to your park, so it
Yeah.
works in tandem with the parks.
yeah,
And then I also got some LEDs on the dash, as you
Yeah.
might show the guys.
yeah,
And then I also have LEDs in the car that shine down.
nice.
That was just because, truthfully, I was bored, and I just wanted some
Yeah.
flavor to the car, you know,
Okay,
because the
nice.
inside felt a bit like it was lacking something.
yeah,
Then.
correct. Yeah,
So then I thought, okay, let me put some LEDs in there just for
Yeah.
the vibes, you know.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, simple.
Okay,
simple stuff.
perfect, perfect. But I think I have a very important question which most people might not think about. I mean, you've been through 7AFE, you've been through beams, it's now 20V as well. When it comes to tire profiles, you know, it's a big thing in Cape Town. There's 165 45s, 175 50s, 185 45s, 195 50s. For you, on this car, right? It's obviously a very quick car, it's making good power. What would you tell the community on the best profile for your car, what you've experienced so far, in terms of grip, in terms of traction, durability, and all that?
100%. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the biggest guy to talk about tires and stuff, because I mean, that's not really my thing. But what I
Yeah.
can say is the tire profile I chose for the car, I thought was a good balance between sort of a good looking tire as well as a daily tire. Because I know,
Nice.
you know, with the lower profile tires, it does get a bit hard to drive,
Yes,
man.
yes, yes.
So
Cool.
right around I've got 175 50 15s.
Okay, nice.
And for me, that's
Yeah.
worked quite well. The drive is a good balance between like hard and soft.
Yeah.
And it grips decent with the car. So
Yeah.
I've had no complaints with that. I mean,
Nice,
the
nice.
lower profile does look nicer. You
Yeah.
know, like it's a bit like a stance tire.
Yeah.
But I think for me, for what my application, I enjoy it because I do drive a lot to town as well.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And yeah, it works well for me on those town roads. People know it's not so nice. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's set up. Yeah.
Cool. Cool though, but thank you, Mario, for coming through.
Sure, man.
And
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No, of course, thank you.
Awesome.
So yeah, guys, as you saw, a very in-depth view on Mario, gearbox, motor, tires, cosmetics as well. So stay tuned for some great cinematics as well.